Dear students, welcome to this video lecture session. I am K. Karthik Vendan, Assistant Professor, Department of Mathematics, Government College of Engineering, Srirangam, Trichy. In this video, we are going to see the definition of range space and null space for a linear transformation. Okay. Before getting into this, it is very important for a learner to know the basic ideas of a function with examples. Of course, special types of functions also discussed. That video link I have been provided in the description box. Kindly see that video before seeing this, so that you will have a clear-cut idea on function. Okay, linear transformation is nothing but a function which is satisfying some additional conditions. That is what the linear transformation. That link also will be provided in the description box. The video has been made on linear transformation also. Kindly check those links. Whatever links we are providing in the description box, kindly do follow that. We will get into this video. Now we are going to see the definition of range space. See, here V and W were two vector spaces, right? V and W were two vector spaces. I am just defining a transformation T from V to W. Now my interest is, what is the range space of T? For this I am just going to find out the range space of T. It's very simple. See, in V you can have many outputs, many input elements. You can have many elements, no doubt in that. You can have infinite elements also. Here also you will be having many elements, no doubt in that. Now the range space is nothing but the set of all outputs, of V under this transformation T. See, for example, this may have one output. Okay, this may have one output, and this element will have one output, and this may have one output, and this will have one output. I am just collecting only the outputs, not the entire set W. I am just collecting only the set of all outputs, not more than that. This set is called range space of T. Okay, this set is called range space of T. You may ask, then what about these things? This won't be a output for a linear transformation T. That is what. Many elements can be left out in the output set. Okay, if all the elements have been selected, were not missed out, that is called onto function. No doubt in that. Here our definition is about range space of T. Range space of T means it is very simple. It is nothing but the collection of all outputs. Very simple. See, range space of T is nothing but the set of all outputs of V under T. Okay, we denote it by R of T or image space of T. We are having two names. Mathematically what we are writing, just I am just explaining again. See, mathematically range of T, that is range space of T, is nothing but it contains a element here. Alright, see, this is a range space of T. Just a moment. See, this is R of T. This R of T contains elements W. This R of T contains elements W. It belongs to W, right? This is what explained here. What will be the nature of this W? That is what very important. This will be some output of an element in V. That is what very important. Okay, this W will be some output of an element belonging to V. That is what very important. We are collecting all such elements and we are naming it as range space of T. This is what. Okay. Moreover, this is a subspace of W, not only subset. Range space of T is a subspace of W. Kindly note it down. Right. Next, we are going to see null space of a linear transformation. See, again the assumptions were the same. Here T is a linear transformation from V to W. Now our area of interest is different. We are going to see null space of T. Null space of T, or otherwise it is called as kernel of T. T is a linear transformation from V to W. It's very simple. See, null space of T is nothing but it contains here, right? This is called null space of T. What are the elements that go inside this set? That is what very important. See, I am having an element called V1. Okay. I am just checking out the image of V1. That is T of V1. I am just checking out it is 0. If it is 0, that V1 gets inside this set. Right? If T of V1 is not equal to 0, that won't get inside this set. That is what very simple. Right? See, again I am taking another one. If I am just marking out V2 in this set itself, it is very sure that T of V2 is 0. The definition of null space of T is very simple. What element will go inside this set? That is what matters. If the output of an element under T is 0, that element goes inside this set. See, if I am marking here it is V3, I am not mentioning in null space of T means it's very sure T of V3 is not equal to 0. Is it clear? So, that is what we are writing out mathematically. Null space of T is the set of all elements in V, that is in first set, such that means condition. That element must satisfy this condition. That is, output of that element under T must be 0. Okay. Now it is very easier to see null space of T is a subset of V, but moreover it is a subspace of V. That is, N of T is a subspace of V. Okay. See, we are going to see some important results in this topic, that is range spaces and null spaces. See, the assumption is uniform throughout this topic. Here T is a linear transformation from V to W, where V is a vector space of dimension M. See, the dimension of this vector space is N. Okay. The dimension of this vector space is N, and the dimension of this vector space is M. Okay. Now these were two vector spaces. Here T is a linear transformation from V to W. See, we already saw these two sets, right? One is a range space of T. This is a subspace of W, right? This is range space of T, otherwise we name it as image space of T. Okay, and we have another subspace called null space of T. It will be presented here. That is, this is denoted by N of T or kernel of T. Okay, Now we are going to define two terms. One is a rank of T and the another one is nullity of T. See, it's very basic thing. If there is a vector space, then there will be a basis. Number of elements in that basis is called dimensions, right? These areas were discussed in unit 1 itself, right? The previous unit itself. Here we saw the results. This range space and null space, this is range space and null space, are basically subspaces of W and V respectively. So this spaces will have a basis and the number of elements in the basis is called dimensions, right? Now we are going to give name for such dimensions. See, for this null space of T, you will have a dimension, right? That dimension is called as nullity T. Okay, that is nullity T is nothing but dimension of null space of T. And range space of T will have one dimension. For that I am just giving the name, that's it, rank T. Okay, I am just giving the name for such dimensions. That is what called as, we are defining two terms. One is rank T and the another one is nullity T. And we are having a very important result, that is, if we are adding this, that is rank T and nullity T, if you are adding these two dimensions, you should get this dimension, you should get this dimension. For example, if this dimension is W and if this dimension is 4, the rank T and nullity T must be like this. For example, rank nullity T may be 3 and rank T must be 2 in order to satisfy this result. That is, rank T plus nullity T must be 5, not 4. Keep in mind. See this result, rank T plus nullity T must be equal to dimension of V, that is input set. The input set dimension in general we are taking it as N. Okay. Now we are having another two more results. We saw the definition of one-to-one function and onto function in another video. Now the result is, we can say T is one-to-one. T is one-to-one. Okay. T is one-to-one or T is onto. When we say T is one-to-one, that is what we are going to discuss now. If T is one-to-one, see this set, what is this set? N of T, that is kernel of T, will contain one and only element, that is 0 element. That means it only maps 0 element to 0. It won't map non-zero elements to 0. If that condition is satisfied, we can say T is one-to-one. That is, see, this null space of T contains one and only element 0 alone, not more than that. Only one element it will contain. For that, in another way we can say nullity T is 0. Nullity T means dimension of this set is 0. Okay. The another one, when we say T is onto means, see, what is the basic definition of onto? The basic definition of onto is no element of the output set. No element of the output set will be left out. Okay. So there is one more idea. If the rank of T is equal to dimension of second set. Dimension of second set is M here. See, if the rank of T is 4. If the second set dimension is 4, we can say T is on 2. Why? Because no elements of output set is missed out. Okay. This is what the very basic things needed before entering into the problem areas in this topic. We are going to see a very important problem in the next video, right? Thank you, students.